Music is an extremely powerful way to enhance your learning or hinder it forever. And many people make their learning unnecessarily harder by listening to the wrong kind of music. Pop music. What's wrong with pop music? There's nothing wrong with pop music. I said it's gonna make your learning a lot harder. How so? Pop music is a repeating short pattern type music. In a pop song, typically, there is a 3 to 5 note long beat, maybe 7 notes, but that's pushing it. And that short pattern, the 3 to 5 note long short pattern, creates a loop, and that loop or beat is being repeated for the length of the pop song, which is 2 minutes, 3 minutes, something like that, short again. What it does to your brain is that your brain is used to, the brain is working with, your brain is conditioned to working with short pattern, extremely short pattern. Now your output will match your input. If this is what you train your brain to do and to work with, your output will be similar. Extremely short memory retention. In some cases, it's like you read a definition of a word like perimeter or tensile strength, and by the time you finish reading the definition, you forget what you read about in the first place. So, extremely short patterns don't help your learning. They run counter to it, because learning is all about long-term patterns and long-term memory retention. Now, just before you blame your ADD on your genetics and parents and environment and whatever, think about it. How many hours in a day do you actually spend purposefully conditioning your brain to work with short patterns? Just think about it. Again, making your brain work with extremely short repeating pattern produces what I call a goldfish brain. Now, there's a way out of it. You have to force your brain to work with longer patterns. And a great way to do it is through music. And what I have here is a keyboard. I could have picked a $10 recorder, but it's kind of hard to talk with a recorder in your mouth. And the reason why I picked a keyboard is because listening to long pattern music is just as important as playing longer pattern music. Now, playing music is a higher level of involvement for your brain. It's forcing your brain to work in a deeper level than just passively listening to music. Listening is just totally passive, whereas when you play music, your brain is busy with coordinating your hands, remembering the notes, and listening back to check whether notes you played matches the song the way that the song should sound like. That's why playing music is a step up from listening to music, and listening to long pattern music will enhance your learning immensely. I picked a song here that isn't in the keyboard's song bank, because your song bank can help you recreate any of these songs in the song bank. Anything from the Titanic's theme song to Oh Christmas Tree or Joy to the World. I picked something that isn't in the song bank, so I have to remember the notes, and I had to recreate the song, and I will force my brain to work with an even longer pattern, because I'm gonna set it, and I'm gonna try to remember the notes while I keep filming and talking to you, although I won't be really talking at the same time, so you can hear what I'm playing. See if you recognize this short little piece. And I'm just doing one hand play. It's not two hands. Just one hand. See if you remember this piece or recognize it. It's longer too. Well, this is a piece, the soundtrack from Terminator. Now you can pick anything you like basically and just recreate it. Here is another one. I'm just gonna have to set it to piano. Probably you recognize this one as well. This is the beginning, maybe, or the pattern underneath a piece of music that's more than an hour long. It's Beethoven's Ninth Symphony, and this part in it is called Ode to Joy. And there's more to it. You know, it's a longer pattern than this, but that would be basically it. And it's definitely longer than 3 to 5 notes, and it's longer. You know what? I don't want to finish the song. Find the notes for yourself. Just experiment on a keyboard or on a recorder, because your brain wants to finish it. It's not finished as is. The pattern goes on, and you can make learning, and you can make your brain work with long patterns fun. It doesn't have to totally suck, you know. So classical music, again, is a great way to go. One more thing, other than playing music, is one more step up and forces your brain even more, is operas. Learn to sing some songs in operas. Anything. It could be O Sole Mio or anything you like. Just pick something. Now, you don't have to have a great voice. You don't have to bug your neighbors. You don't have to have an operatic singing career out of it. All you're doing is making your brain work with longer patterns. Now, this is how operas make your brain work with longer patterns, even on a deeper level. Most operas are written in a language that you don't speak, and you're gonna have to, I'm not saying learn Italian, French or German, but just for the song, just for the duration of the song, find the lyrics, translate it, learn what the words mean, learn how the word endings are precisely vocalized, and this again is making your brain work with even longer patterns. And learning is all about making your brain conditioned to and making your brain work with and force your brain to recognize with and enjoy longer patterns, because that's what learning is all about. So that's how you can enhance your learning, through music. Happy practicing!